Have you ever wondered how a single murder trial captivated an entire nation and left its mark on American culture? It's a story shrouded in celebrity, tragedy, and an intense courtroom drama that still resonates deeply today. As we explore Netflix's compelling documentary series, American Manhunt OJ, Simpson, remember to subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. This documentary dives into the infamous case of OJ Hambier. Simpson offering not only insightful interviews, but also revealing footage from the trial and related events trial. It carefully unravels the circumstances surrounding the tragic deaths of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman Jackson fighting the seam of the series sheds light on the police investigation, Simpson's murder trial, and the profound cultural implications that the case carried. One notable strength of the documentary is its collection of interviews, bringing together voices from both the prosecution and defense sides, including jurors and victims' family members, adds a layer of depth and balance that many other retellings lack. Despite the case's immense public familiarity, the series reveals fresh, thought-provoking insights that keep viewers engaged. What many don't know is that numerous witnesses whose testimonies could have shifted the jury's perspective and were never called to the stand. For instance, Jill Shively saw OJ leaving the neighborhood, placing him near the crime scene. Her credibility waned after selling her story, leaving key information unheard in court. The narrative also highlights the tragic fate of Ron Goldman, caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the documentary illustrates his innocence and situates his final moments in the context of an effort to protect Nicole, reminding us of the real human cost behind the sensational headlines. Another revelation is the chaotic crime scene management by law enforcement. Items were improperly documented, and many crucial pieces of evidence, including medical supplies and potential DNA evidence, were mishandled or not collected at all. Such oversights raise questions about the efficacy of the police investigation and the integrity of the evidence presented on the initial episode underscores the striking absence of DNA evidence. At the scenes, something that should have been critical all over. The show emphasizes how blood stains on light switches and door handles went unexamined, creating gaps that might have painted a clearer picture of that night. Despite the sweeping forensic evidence available, Simpson's first interview with police was rife with inconsistencies, and it was ultimately not used in court. And while he struggled to provide solid explanations for the injuries he sustained, the details surrounding his whereabouts on the fateful night remained murky. As the documentary unfolds, it casts a shadow over Officer Mark Furman, spotlighting his controversial history and bringing into question his role in the investigation. His possible racial biases added to the defense's argument of steering the narrative towards the central theme of mistrust in the police. The jury selection process was an exhaustive venture, taking 2 months and interviewing over 257 people, given the polarizing public eye on OJ, finding impartial jurors proved almost impossible. The dynamic of diverse jurors was a calculated decision by the defense, aiming to craft a jury sympathetic to Simpson's plight. Some viewers may not realize how the prosecution struggled with the concept of DNA evidence during the trial. This was one of the earliest instances where DNA played a pivotal role, yet many were skeptical actually at the age. Investigators made fundamental errors leading to contamination that weakened the prosecution's argument. Beneath the trials and tribulations of the courtroom, a darker narrative emerged, suggesting that the LAPD might have deliberately planted evidence against Simpson. Despite these claims ultimately being unsubstantiated, they provided a dramatic counter narrative that captured public attention and finally, while the criminal trial ended in acquittal, the victims' families sought justice through a civil case. This time, the court found Simpson liable for the wrongful deaths, ordering him to pay millions to the families, providing them a degree of closure that the earlier trial cannot be a very small major creatively. In wrapping up this insightful exploration, let's lighten the mood a bit. Why did OJ Simpson take up because he wanted to improve his swing of justice? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, speak.